Dad told me if I don't bring it back, but I'm not gonna bring my ass back. I'ma go get the bag in the gym, hit the bag with a light tag. If it don't fight back, it's not with the price tag. It's not with the flight path. Walking on stars, got my feet on Mars, got my head in the clouds. Till my wing push this star. King Charles of the crown, I'm the king, so I down, press pound on these niggas and I. You know what we do, you know what we do. I'm just a nigga that's coming from nothing, got nothing to prove. So you niggas that's hating on us, there's nothing to do. Why don't you stay in paper, you know you can plug it too. Stacking them numbers, you know what we do. I'm just a nigga that's coming from nothing, got nothing to prove. So you niggas that's hating on us, there's nothing to do. Why don't you stay in paper, you know you can plug it too. This shit too hard, I'm making it easy. Sipping the juice and feel like I'm breezy. Front now, and I hope you don't need me. Cause I would dab your ass like a bleezy. Good pussy in this bus. Better not play with me. Bitches don't stay with me. Yes,
yes, 30.
Saturday, 4-5, but we stay so loud. Niggas talk, but they ain't gon' try. No, they ain't gon' ride. Talk to me nice, and might keep shade. If you ain't know, just know we don't play. I've been at it all day.
My nigga that's sweating. Hey, still rocking the chin.
Yes.
Still rocking like a van. Too high on the lane. Stacking the numbers, you know what we do.
You know what we do.
I'm just a nigga that's coming from nothing, got nothing to prove. So you niggas that's hating on us, cause there's nothing to do.
Yo, price tag.
This nigga's that sweaty. Done.
By our very own SOS Brady and Lucid.
Hold on, let me get this right for my peoples. Oh shit. That's slow, nigga. That's slow. It's slow.
It's okay.
We already clapped, nigga. You
alread it's episode 17. Episode 17.
Hold on, let the filter.
I was just cutting Brady off. You go ahead.
No, you can go. If it's interrupting Brady.
That track is streaming everywhere, literally everywhere.
Everywhere.
So go get that if you don't, and you see me outside. I'm gonna check you.
Yo,
don't get beat up.
Word to my Reebok. Yes, limited. Talk. Word to my Reebok. If y'all don't get this and y'all catch me at the bodega, nobody say nothing to me. Nobody asked for bacon, egg, and cheese. Nobody asked for a Lucy. Nobody asked for a paper. Nobody asked for nothing. Okay? I don't know y'all. I don't like y'all. I'm not with y'all. All right?
Talk to him.
Right. Price tag on shit. All streaming platforms. Go get that, cause you ain't living if you don't. You sweating? Yeah, that shit was that high, right?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yo, episode 17, baby.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Guys, this is your host and your favorite multifaceted black girl, Alexandra Alexis. I'm here with Black Nasarima.
Speaking of black, that sweater is gas. That sweater is gas.
Everything is black.
Yeah, that sweater is fire.
That's how we do.
Black on everything.
Can we have a fist up moment? Can we do that?
I'm with that. Fist up.
I'm with that.
Black is everything. SOS Brady. Oh my God, this one is too extra. Some new naga.
Some new naga like the sun do. Some new.
And then we got our couch niggas doing couch nigga things. Gang. We got Lucid.
Yes.
Yes. Same guy I was last week.
Oh shit! All right, heard you, boss.
That was prolific.
Heard you, boss.
I like that. We got the one and only Sue.
And the fire windbreaker.
And the chief
is fire.
Yo, Sue is low key mad saucy.
By the way, never been a fuck boy, never will.
Brady.
Her long hair gang.
Drip too hard. And behind the scenes, of course, we got the one and only Tarito.
Todd and Fur.
And this is the 17th episode of
Pass The Aux. Make some fucking noise.
We finally got the clap to bring the word. Bang, bang.
Let me tell you something.
Can you believe? Just 3 more episodes left until our season finale.
Yeah, season finale.
Yes.
I'm ready.
That's just about to be fire. So 3 more episodes until our season finale on December 29th. And then we'll have a short little break, but we'll be back just in time for Valentine's Day. Just for the day of love. And on that day, I'm gonna ask you guys if you even believe in Valentine's Day. Wow, but hold that question for that. Hold that question for that.
Every day is Valentine's Day.
Love one another every single day.
Yes.
Shit.
So how y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
All right, you know we feeling great.
We Lucid, you had a very interesting weekend.
Oh,
you went to go see Schoolboy Q.
How was that?
With the special guest Nav.
Yeah.
How was it?
Nav is a recording artist. To me, not a performer.
Wow.
Schoolboy was putting that work in on stage though. He was going hard. New verses to the songs you've heard already. Dope. But I can't put that out.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know, some real exclusive shit.
Dope.
Great concert though. Great concert.
Dope.
Let's go.
That's
Q-Boy.
what's up.
QB doobie.
Nah, I would love to see Schoolboy in concert. I already know that concert was a vibe.
Did he bring anybody out?
No, it was just them.
Okay, cool.
Just them two.
I never would have thought they would work together. Like
Schoolboy and Nav is weird. Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Yeah, why did he go on tour?
What did Nav perform? Did he perform
Tap? He definitely did Tap.
He did Tap. He did Bees in the Trap.
I don't know that one.
Bees in a Trap? Isn't that a Nicki? Oh
Oh
yeah.
Oh, he was on that?
Bunch of features, right?
Yeah.
Wait, you can do someone else. Yeah, this nigga still said a bunch of features. That's so disrespectful. You could do that. You could perform someone else's record. Like,
well, if you're on it, you just do your verse. And
As a performer, I
you
would
you never seen that before?
I've seen it, but like I've always thought like that's like.
I said a bunch of features.
Yeah.
As hard as it is,
angry.
as an artist, I would never want to perform a song that one of my features couldn't be there to perform it to.
It probably happens
Like
a
I
lot
don't
more
like
than
when
you
they
think,
do
though.
that. I know it's hard, but I just
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Like, what about like the Going Bad record with Meek and Drake? Like,
you
gotta like, come on, like right now you gotta perform that.
Yeah,
like,
it's
if
hard
Drake
to get
ain't there,
those
you
two
gotta
big
perform
figures
it.
in there.
The crowd
If Drake ain't there,
Right? Straight up.
Yo, talking about concerts. So I was seeing in the media earlier this week that Summer Walker, you know, she just debuted her first album, and it's amazing. Like, it was number one. I think it was the number one R&B album for a female in the last decade. Like, that was at number one, which
That's
is
an
really dope. Yeah, it's really
That's an
dope.
accomplishment.
But she started touring in the beginning, and she was doing little book signings, and she was getting social anxiety. Like, she was really getting anxious. A lot of fans were complaining, saying that like she wasn't really very interactive at these events. Like, she was very to herself. Off-put and everything. And you know, she always, like, her fans know that she has social anxiety, like a very bad case of it, and she always talks about it. And she ended up canceling the rest of her tour that she has had going on. And yeah, her fans are.
Can I give you a little something for that? How I feel about that? I'll let you know how I feel about that. Wait. One more. Thank you.
Bro.
Let me tell you something.
Why do you feel like that?
Look, at the end of the day, and this isn't anything to her social anxiety or that, because that's a serious thing. But as far as like, it's your debut album, you're already on tour, or you're having a tour set up, you're gonna cancel the rest of your tour. You're gonna let all your fans down on your debut album. It'd be one thing if she was seasoned, if it was like her second, third. That's a big hit. If you cancel the rest of your tour, is that her first tour ever?
You never know. She might be having like severe panic attacks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know.
And I was gonna ask you guys that. Like, do you guys? I don't know. Like, personally, I like. Not that I won't say that I've never experienced social anxiety, because I think to some degree we all experience that. But I'm not somebody who like actively gets anxious socially. So do you guys know anybody who has social anxiety? Do you guys experience that yourselves? And like, how does that feel? Because before I even judge her, I want to know like exactly what is going on. Like, because I never even thought about that, like panic attacks that she could possibly be having on tour.
Yeah, I guess when I was younger, I had social anxiety, but I did sales for the better part, like right after high school. I did sales for like 2-3 years, and that, I think, completely nullified anything that I felt. Like, I just have, for me personally, I've never felt it again, but it's real. I know people who have it. It's real.
Definitely real. People feel like, you know, like the whole world's looking at them. Like, even when they're doing nothing, they're just walking. They're like, everybody's staring at me. Everybody's focused on me. People are looking down on me. Like, the walls are closing in. I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah,
like, I've heard of all that. But on the flip side, it's your debut album. You can't cancel the rest of your tour. If you go to your tour, then what you would do, I'm not saying,
she can do whatever the fuck she wants.
She can do whatever she wants, but I'm saying
to
detriment to herself, because she's going on tour, canceling the rest of her tour. If she even finished out the tour and it was like, and it was bad, then you could do your pop-ups, your free shows, your whatever, coming to make up for that. But you got people who are like, it's your debut album, they waiting for you, and you canceled the rest of your album. I mean, the rest of your tour.
I mean, if you're a true fan, do you think you would understand if you're a true fan? Like, if you really fuck with her?
If I bought my ticket,
my
maybe
favorite
not.
artist
If I bought
never.
my ticket,
My
maybe
favorite
not.
artist disappears for years on end.
Frank Ocean?
Barely performs. Like that's my nigga till the day. Like I don't care. Like you know what I mean. Just because he's giving me enough. But I do understand the point of like if I'm a new Summer Walker fan and like this is her debut album. Let's say I never heard. I wasn't even a fan before.
That's
but
what I'm
because
saying.
of this album, I became a fan. And then she did this as a fan. I would be disappointed. You know what I mean? I'd be
Especially
like,
if
damn,
you bought
like,
your ticket
you're-
already.
Yeah, like you're so new.
Yeah, I
like
know what I
I'm
mean?
so
You
ready.
get-
I'm
you
ready.
just,
I'm
like,
ready
you're
to
new,
become
I'm ready
your
to-
fan.
yeah.
You know? And it's
I feel
like,
that.
and I could feel that. You know, that kind of, you know, that disconnect. And I really do feel bad for Summer Walker because if this is something that is actively getting in the way of her money and her livelihood, I feel bad for her because I really do think that as an artist the last thing you want to do is disappoint your fans or even ruin your fandom.
No,
you know
yeah,
what I
and
mean?
she
Like,
it must be serious.
Yeah.
It must be serious, but at the end of the day, I don't know. My viewpoint is get through it.
So,
And
so you
get
see
through
it
the
as a
first one.
responsibility to her to finish out the tour. Now, if that comes at a risk of her personal health, is she still obligated to do that?
She's not obligated. She's not obligated. She has every right to cancel her tour. I'm not saying that she doesn't
by the
have
way,
it.
I think
She
she
has
just
every
canceled
right.
the small market. She's still going to New York, Boston, Chicago, all the big market cities. I think she just canceled the smaller
the small
areas.
areas.
Okay.
So she's
I
still
thought she
getting that
cut
bag.
out the rest.
No, she's still getting.
I thought she
paid.
cut out the rest. I'd still be sick if I'm in a smaller spot.
I haven't really heard her music, but as a fan, like if I lived in like a different place,
Yeah, that would
I would still be
Yeah,
sick.
I'd be sick. I'd still be sick.
I would still be
now
sick.
the only way I can go watch it
Is if I go 3 hours,
somewhere and I have to drive 5 hours just to go to New York, and then try to get a ticket, which I already had, and I took off for those days. Like, I'm tight, bro.
So you don't get your money back, right?
Oh, you definitely get your
Oh,
money
you get your
back.
money back.
You get your money
Okay,
back.
Get your money
yeah,
back.
Okay.
But it's never just right. It's never right away. Because
Yeah.
I've had a tour that got canceled on me. It wasn't 2 months till I got my money back.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah.
Wow.
I
And
mean,
it's-
it's different in every case, but me personally, that was what
like,
it was.
and I was just thinking about just the amount. I feel like now more than ever, mental struggles or mental illness is like, you know, it's becoming like at an alarming rate. Just everybody's being affected by it, especially even younger kids, like early on are being affected by all this stuff. But I can only imagine as a celebrity how heightened that must be. Like, you literally don't have any privacy. You don't have it, like, and everybody always says, oh, you sign up for this, but it's just like, nah,
they
my
don't sign up
talent,
for that.
bro.
You don't sign up
You
for
don't
that.
sign
Do
up
you
for
really
that.
sign up
You
for
don't
You
sign up for
don't.
that.
your privacy if you become
Nah.
famous?
I don't think you sign up. I don't think you sign up for
Occupational
it.
hazard?
I just think
Occupational hazard. Wow.
Damn.
Talk,
nigga.
bro. Talk, bro. Talk. Like, that's a fact.
Okay, use the words.
Occupational hazard. Great use of words.
It's also like people judging you, like, because I know people who have like they source their anxiety to people judging them at a certain point. So like, you know, being judged all the time by people, that's also another thing that can add to the anxiety. But like, I think, like you said, Alex, like this generation being so much mental health issues, I feel like there should be more people supporting her that have gone through that. You know what I mean? Rather than being mad at her, you know what I mean? It's like yo, something's really going on with her. She won't just, she's not canceling because of y'all. Like, you know, like not the fans. It's something.
it has
more
nothing
personal.
to do. It has nothing to do with her fans at the end of the day.
I understand, but I mean, like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like,
Could be piled on too though, because you could have that whatever social anxiety, but then something personal could be happening in your family or whatever. You never know.
And it kind of brings up the conversation of just like, where is the boundaries with celebrities and fans? Like, where do we say that like they can and can't do certain things? You know what I mean? Like,
Don't throw
I
a
feel
water
like
bottle
this,
at me. You can't do that.
Yeah, like
You get
this, I
punched.
feel like
You shouldn't
this,
do
and
that
that
to
even
anybody.
ties
You
into
get
what
punched in
you
the
were
face,
saying
like,
about
don't
like
throw fucking water bottle at me.
celebrities. They're human, you know. Like, where does it lie between? It's just like my transparency and my privacy, like, and it's just like what's going on. Like, what do you guys want from me? And I feel like we put celebrities, and I feel like oftentimes that's what they talk about when they express their struggles. Like, just the
celebrities
amount
are,
of
like,
just like, bro,
inhuman.
stop putting me on this thing. Like,
Thing,
it's
like
not
I'm not a
about
person.
you. It's about me. You know
But
what
they
I mean?
play
And
into
it's
that
like,
too, though. Like,
they do
100%.
play, and I think
That's
Everyone's
a
losing
flip
control.
to it.
Yeah.
Like, y'all remember
That's-
when that fan pulled Beyonce off
Yeah,
stage?
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
that was a fan that paid for that front row seat. Like
that's
they
crazy.
obviously love Beyonce,
That's
but it was
crazy.
like a little too much.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what are you
exactly.
gonna do when you grab her? Like,
What was it? What was phase 2?
Yeah.
What was phase 2, bro? Like, yo, I hear you, but I'm just saying, like, the timing is crazy.
Yeah, it's the timing.
And at
She
first,
must
I
think
thought
that
she
too.
canceled the rest of her tour. I didn't know it was just the small things. That's different. I thought she canceled the rest of her. She wasn't showing up
I could be
nowhere,
wrong.
no
I'm
how
just-
for nothing.
I believe.
If she shows up nowhere, no how for nothing after like she made that announcement, I think she like. A piece of me says like you owe it to your fans a little bit. Like a piece of me says you gotta. If she does this, she's gotta do something else.
Though, not
Not at the risk of your health, but then you have to. I'm waiting for her to announce then that she's got something else coming. That she's got something else for
You're
this.
basically saying
I'm sorry,
compensate
y'all.
the fans for what you
for
do.
whatever.
Okay. I feel
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
Especially
that.
on your
I like
debut.
that.
Imagine your debut.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, that's
Debut
crazy.
album.
Your debut album.
But
You're just
then
like.
again, I don't have social anxiety. You see what I'm saying? So
And I
it's
could
a
only
different
imagine
thing.
the stress that's even being piled on top of her with the fact that she's even trying to do this with her label, her just so many people are probably giving her so much pressure, you know? And I think, like Soon said, we should be supporting her. The fact that she's even letting us know what's going on,
That's
like,
real.
you know what I mean? The fact that we even, you know, she's bringing up this thing and like, you know, just to even say like, at her status to like bring up mental illness and talk about how serious it is. Like even me as an artist, like I gotta cancel shows because of this, you know. So it's just like it's important. I mean, Summer Walker's talented as hell,
Yeah, I
and
like
I think
Summer.
she's
I
gonna
think she's
be
dope.
be good regardless.
Word.
I think
More
even in
power
the
to you.
like even in the event that she like decides to step away from doing music, she'd be great as a writer, like to write for people.
She writes all her own music.
It says
I
she's
believe
doing
so.
4 more, and then after that, everything's canceled.
4 more
She
shows,
does 4 more and then everything
just
else
4
canceled?
shows.
Toronto, Chicago, Royal Oak, and Boston, and then everything else is canceled.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything.
That's a lot of dates.
I'm really praying for her. I hope everything is. I hope she really finds her peace because that's a lot.
100%.
Do
Get
you
your bag
feel
right,
like that's
sis.
in part because of social media? Because I think you brought this
Oh,
up
yeah.
earlier.
100%.
That people can go from just making music in your basement to now you got to go on tour next week.
Yeah.
Like you're a star now
Yeah.
from the house, and like you're just not used to that type of lifestyle.
Careful what you wish for. You know what I'm saying? You just might get it. You know.
But I just feel like, the flip side of that is, though, as a celebrity, your whole point is to portray this stardom, is to portray this eliteness, is to portray this. I mean, every celebrity, there's a reason a celebrity is a celebrity. Your favorite art, like when they get to a certain point, when they break out, and then they get onto the social media tip, and you're following them on social media, they are a person, they are an individual, they are a personality, they're a celebrity. There's a point of a celebrity, or else they'd be a regular person.
Nowadays, everybody's a
I
celebrity.
think,
I don't think so.
And I think
Everybody's
there's
on
a
board
gender
with
behind
model.
that.
Like back in the day, it was like, yeah, these are the stars. They're so perfect.
Nowadays, it's
Nah,
Now
I know.
it's
That's
like,
not what I'm saying, though.
you
I'm
know.
not saying anything about being perfect. I'm just saying, like, I don't know how to say this. It's like being mad when a carpenter, like, uses the hammer, hits himself on the finger by accident, or like hits himself really like on work, and like I don't know, like I can't like describe it. Like I don't know the best way to portray it. It's just basically saying.
Getting yourself into.
A piece of that is you know what you're getting yourself into, and a piece of that too is like it didn't just happen overnight. This whole thing didn't happen overnight. Like,
But
you
I
know what I'm
think-
saying?
I think the pressures, like even to tie in social media, I think those pressures are not things people are signed up for. Like I could go my whole life with wanting to be a singer and having fans and being in front
And
of
then the
thousands of
reality
people,
hits.
but I didn't
Right,
sign
too.
up to be on social media 24/7, putting up stories, social media, people talking shit in my inbox. Like I didn't sign up for all that other like the hug, like going up to people,
I hear you.
hugging people, and like having to do these things that come with being in the public eye.
But if you,
And I think that affects people a lot.
I mean, you kind of did though. I mean, you
That's what I'm
didn't
saying.
you didn't sign up for that, but like
But
you
you
kind of know.
kinda-
Look, if I'm working
Thank
at
you.
Stop and Shop,
Thank you.
and I apply for a cashier position, I know I gotta talk to people. That's just that's the job. I have to meet people. I have to put on a
That's
smile.
what
I have to do that.
Thank you.
Like,
You said that. That's what I was trying to say,
You know what?
and you said it way
didn't
better.
actually Sign up to get
He didn't
yelled at
actually
by
sign up-
customers, but it's gonna happen.
But it's gonna
type
happen.
shit, for
Like
real.
any OG, it's not like she also went into this blind too. There had to have been people who spit game to her who said, "Hey, this is what you're gonna do."
But sometimes I think that your talents and your gifts could bring you to places that maybe you didn't
anticipate.
and
That on the
and you
flip side
didn't,
of that, I
and
see
then
as
with
well.
everything that comes with it, you didn't. I don't think she went into this stardom, like this whole thing, thinking about her mental health. You know, I think she put that on the back burner and now it's coming out. Like, it's like she really has something she has to worry about right now.
I don't know what her story is, but that's like, if I wanted to be like a famous rapper, you know.
Todd the Rapper.
Todd the Rapper.
Todd the Rapper. What's up, though? Like, I see everything that's happening. Let's say Chance the Rapper. He's a big person. Let's say Drake. Like, bro, you know what's about to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you've been working your whole life to be like a top tier R&B artist. Like, you know it's gonna happen, bro. And then when it happens, like, oh shit, like, I don't know.
That's a piece of me is saying too. But
so you guys feel like she's not being grateful?
No, I don't think that.
I don't think that.
I don't think that.
Wait, what do you think, Black?
I just think that maybe she hasn't had the best coping mechanisms, and so she needs to just take a break and reevaluate.
Yeah.
So she can go ahead and reevaluate.
Facts. Can we pass the aux, bro?
No, seriously.
Facts.
And I even thought that tied into one of Black's topics when he was saying how like Dr. Dre was saying how he can't find talent anymore.
Dr. Dre's a bozo for that comment, bro.
Like,
you're a full bozo.
She's not looking.
Bozo.
It's human laziness.
Talking about you can't find talent. Talent will never fade or go away ever.
I think he was like talking about the degree of like, or like the state of hip hop, and I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Old head, bro.
I think hip hop's high.
He's just an old head. He's not. He's acting like an old head. He's not acting like an OG right now. He's acting like an old head. Oh, ain't no more. I can't find talent no more. That's like when your mom come through. All these damn kids always messing up the house. Da 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 da. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you sounded like an old head now. Like, you're not sounding like an OG. Like, there will always be talent.
Yeah.
Instead of giving that energy, get the energy where this nigga's really dope. I'm a billionaire. I could really behind someone dope. I could really their career, bro.
I don't think he know where to look, so it's like
corny.
That's the thing. People used to have to walk up to him with tapes.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre ain't on.
Boo.
He ain't searching Instagram. You think his DM's not full of thousands of artists right now?
Dr. Dre is a great, but boo for that comment, bro.
He's not looking for it. It's just that he's not
Yeah. And
I disagree with that. Dr. Dre's definitely interested in hip hop.
I feel like
These guys are.
No, but I really feel like Dr. Dre, I also feel like people, they don't take time on fostering artists anymore. Like, I feel like they just want to hear a hit. Like, if you don't go into the studio in this booth right now and spit something that's going to be a hit tomorrow, that's going to be charted at like top, like, that's all they want. So I feel like they don't really take the time to like see somebody talented and then want to like work on you and foster you as an artist and develop you. But
to play devil's advocate though, like, he has worked with some incredibly dope artists as we know in the past. Like, maybe he just is looking for a specific kind of artist, and maybe they're not falling into that category for him, and maybe his standards are just really fucking high because he has worked with the best of the best. So maybe he's just really looking for that.
I think he's stuck in the past. He's looking for his type of dope artist, not what someone now would consider a dope artist, because that's also part of it too, is that talent, what we consider talent, changes. Now, like, you would look at somebody like Uzi. So even somebody like Uzi is talented, bro.
He got fried in the 90s.
But here's the thing though. That's the thing. A Dre would look at Uzi and say, oh, I can't market this. I can't do anything with this. I need a good artist. I'm looking for a good artist. Someone else takes Uzi and look what happened. Take off. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just and I'm not saying Uzi is someone who's like
he shouldn't go into like the mainstream.
But
like,
that's
what they want.
No.
What he wants.
Yeah,
100%.
That like then he'll just be like selling himself for the money.
Yeah, he should stay true to his art and who he wants. Like, I don't know, because I think about this a lot sometimes, like how like a lot of our newer artists, they just don't give me enough anymore. And I don't know if that's just the way that we take in music now and how I feel about just music as a whole, but I just feel like they're not giving me enough anymore. They're not giving me masterpieces. I feel like they're giving me things to just hold me over for the next one.
You got to think about it in mind, because business has taken a top priority when it comes to being a musician. You gotta have your business on point. So maybe they're sacrificing their art for their business. A lot of them know how to market and do a lot of the business shit, and maybe that takes away from the art form.
I would even take it a step further and say that it might also tie into our consumption of music. Albums don't last. You can listen to an album in a day, and in a week you're done with the album.
You're done. You'll never listen to it again.
You'll never touch it again. And it'll be an album from 6 months ago. You have never heard again, never pop up in your thing, anything.
Speaking on that, so like, I've seen some shit, like, it's off topic, but it still pertains to what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So like, they're talking about taking away binge watching. Like say like Netflix, they drop Stranger Things, they drop the whole season or like a full episodes.
Oh shit!
So they're saying like people basically sign up, watch the whole watch the whole season, and then dip. Like then after that they cancel the subscription, right? What if music, instead of dropping a whole thing, like they drop an album, but it's like a whole month type shit. So like let's say the first week is one track, second week's another track. Type shit to
Yo,
that's fire. That's
you just trademark that. Hey, nobody use that.
Yo, take that out.
Nobody use that. Edit that one out, boy. Edit that. Clip that out. Clip that out.
If you want that,
Hell yeah! You know we gonna be in the studio
that
later.
is actually a really good idea, though.
That is dope.
That's a different way to go about it
I
too.
think that's why music is fucked up right now, because it's just like an abundance of everything.
Yes, sir.
Like, especially with internet, bro. Like there's another Uzi machine chop.
Yes,
Uzi machine chop.
I think there was a benefit to like having to go buy somebody's CD at Target, because at least then you got to see other people's other art. You know, now it's like
personal too.
people, like the album could drop and somebody would be like, "What? Who? When? What?" Like,
but Lucid, what you think about Dre's comment?
Honestly, I feel like he should have a team, or he does have a team that should be able to bring him like artists that they consider what he would work with.
Facts.
At least have a pool of artists you're looking at. You can't say there's no talent when you're not looking.
Corny.
But he does have to keep his standards. So I kind of understand, but if Timberland's working with T Grizzly and a lot of newer artists.
That's what I'm saying.
Now, do you feel like Dre has to shape himself to... He doesn't have to do anything. He doesn't have to shape himself to the current game. But
just be receptive.
He has to be more receptive.
Be open.
And like, that's what I mean when I say he's acting like an old head instead of an OG.
Because I think Snoop and like
OG gets with the time. He knows what's going on, and he may not get with the times, but he understands what it is and he can identify it. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to just saying, "Oh, well, it's whack. All of it's whack. I don't know anybody. It's corny." Like,
do you guys feel like violent music is the most popular?
Violent music is the most popular.
Do you guys feel like that's the most popular music? Like,
nah, I think strip club music is the best.
Or the more mainstream music, like music about like when, or like hype, like the people behind it may be representing violence.
Wow.
Wait, explain that. Like, say that again. Or?
Do you think like the most popular artist or music that's mainstream now is music that derives from somebody who represents violence? So like a Tekashi 6ix9ine, like a Cardi B with Bloods, like stuff like that. Or do you guys think that that's very popular?
I think sex is what's popular. Over violence.
It's
But
always
I think
been
violence.
But
I think violence is definitely number 2. I think it's sex. And then it's violence.
I think.
What else?
Right now, at this point, violence is like number 3. I think drugs are number 2.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Yep.
Sex,
drugs,
I
forgot about drugs. Forgot about drugs.
Sex, drugs, and violence.
Sex, drugs, violence.
That's literally the core of what makes a good hip hop record. That, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas, they write that shit. They say sex, drug, violence. We good.
Jesus walks. God showed me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. Jesus walks with me.
The thing that bothers me about artists.
Shout out to his writer.
Right. The thing that bothers me about that when it comes to like sex, drugs, and violence is if you've lived that life and you see the what comes with that life, and then you like kind of like how Nipsey did it, like you take that life and you make the best out of it instead of continuously glorifying it. Like I don't like that aspect of it. Like,
but that's the thing is like it's so funny. Like at someone else's agenda for us to feel like that's the thing. What? I don't think like we genuinely feel violence is it because you talk to anybody. They're like, yo, when it comes to like this gang shit, violence, gang culture, violence, weapons, you talk to anybody real about it, they're going to tell you how they feel about it. It's not a game. It's not something that could be talked about, laughed about, but that's the thing that's selling right now. And who's in charge of putting all that stuff together for consumers to go buy?
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
We're joking.
and I think that's an agenda, and I really do think that's an agenda. And I know Trey, you were talking about how just like how can we stop like the violence in hip hop? I think a huge way to stop stop the violence in hip hop is by stop consuming it. Like, we need to stop consuming so much violent music.
That's not because I like it.
Not to the block too. That's his life.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like me personally, like I'm not a violent person, but sometimes that music lets me get it off. You know what I mean? Without having to hurt somebody. Like sometimes it's just, or if I'm rapping it too, like sometimes I'll come aggressive because I'm letting out that emotion.
Yes, sir.
But then that gets taken the wrong way by someone who hears, oh shit, he said he was gonna kill somebody. Yeah. Kill somebody. Like, you know, so yeah, it's weird.
I think to the point Trey was making, people like Nipsey and Jay and people like that took that experience and made it a teachable moment instead of
glorifying it,
telling you about the situation, and then the track's over in 2 minutes. And that's what you got. I feel like people need to start making longer songs. I feel like
you said longer songs.
Start making longer songs,
and like actual albums,
actual conceptual. Movement.
But that goes back into the business of it though. That's not what is popular.
The attention span won't take in a 3-minute song. If you have a song that's 3 minutes, it's too long.
That's kind of facts nowadays. Like
3 minutes is way too long.
And that's kind of where I was coming from when I was saying there's just too many rules now. So then when you put the pressure of like, oh, let me go set out and find an artist. Like all that comes to play and affect it. Like,
I think the opposite. I don't think there are any rules, and I think like sometimes people look for certain artists who follow certain rules. You know what I'm saying? Like because like even if we talk about song length, if you make a song 1 minute, you have to fuck up the form of a song. Like in terms of composition, like it can't be chorus, verse, you know what I'm saying? Like it can't be like that. So like a lot of niggas are just breaking form and doing whatever they want.
You know what I think? I think like when people associate violence in music, that they're saying, oh, violent rap or violent hip hop, gang culture and hip hop, like when they talk about it, is actually what's perpetuating that. I think it's like the same thing that's saying GTA is perpetuating people to do violence. What it is they're giving you something. And then it's up to whoever's in charge of you to make sure you're taking it as is. Because to be honest, but let me tell you something.
Psychologically.
But look, psychologically, yes, but no. But also on the flip side of that, you know the type of music I listen to, bro. It's straps, nons, gats, blow! Yo, every other word is blow! Yo, you think the room exploded every bar, bro. Every bar you think the room exploded. But you're not out, you don't see me out here like, out here loading up, out here selling whatever,
every one of you that's not, there's 10 that are.
Yeah, but I don't think that they heard the song and they were like, yeah, now I have to do that.
Nah, they're not saying it like that. But
that's what I'm saying.
What they're doing, and why I disagree with you is because why I disagree with you is because GTA and hip hop music, like
I know it's different.
It's completely different. We consume it differently. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and it's more catered towards us too. My fault, son. You look like you was about to say something.
Nah.
Oh, okay.
You know what though? If you play one of those songs though at the right time, like catch a nigga when he's really pissed. That'll trigger him. Like, straight up.
Yeah, all right, I hear you.
So
I hear you.
I think we're always gonna complain about music.
We're always gonna complain.
Niggas are never satisfied. I feel like we're never gonna be satisfied. Because I know 10 years ago, like I could be listening to Erica, D'Angelo, all these people, and I'm just like, damn, I wish I was like brought up with these people and all this stuff was probably crazy back then. But back then, people were probably just like, yo, D'Angelo, like, come on, nigga, what you doing? Like, talking
facts,
shit, you know? So
always.
it's just like we're
people
never gonna be satisfied.
We just want it to be a little bit more polished and a little bit more representative, I guess, whatever we think is true.
I think once the business of music finds its control, kind of like the justice system,
I don't know,
shit will start to act right.
I like songs about big booties. Big booty straps, nons.
Nah, don't get me wrong. Them shits be turn up shit. So
be turn up.
Yo, you don't know.
I'm in there, turn up.
Them shits be hard.
Bro,
I need it.
It's just crazy, the energy of music.
That like, YG song was like, bitch, nigga, snitch, nigga, ho, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, ho, nigga, snitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, snitch, nigga, ho, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, ho, nigga, bitch, nigga, bitch, nigga, snitch, nigga, ho, nigga. All right, so what's up?
The last episode when I went off on you guys about interrupting me, now Trey's just like making sure he never interrupts. Like literally, I said something and he was just like, wait, what's up?
Hold it down.
But on some minor news, other than violence and
let him go.
Yeah,
let him go.
So guys, Carmelo Anthony signed to the
Carmelo!
Look at this one.
happy for you.
Yo, it's crazy. They was dead acting like Carmelo's whack. Like, I know he's like not on the top.
You remember when they were comparing him and LeBron when they first came? Like, it was always who's gonna be better. Like,
that's unfair.
Yo, I can't
honestly,
wait.
All I will say is that Carmelo better turn the fuck up this season to shut up his.
That
haters.
would literally be the worst thing he could try to do.
Why?
He needs to help the team. What he needs to do is help the team win. That's it. That's it.
Because that was the whole
because
point.
his whole point was that he was trying to do that over and over again and would average a calm 9, 3, and 4. So like
he was like the Wale, maybe
8,
the Wale
3,
effect.
and 4. Like
he had the Wale
like
effect.
15.
What'd you say about Wale?
Carmelo had the Wale effect.
What'd you say about Wale?
Like you good? Yeah, you doing too much. Yeah. Like you were already up there. Just chill.
That was the 11th.
Wale, are you here?
I feel like.
What's up?
I feel like Carmelo is something else.
Now he love. Now he love Wale.
I feel like there's some reason going on where they did that to Carmelo.
What you mean?
He must have done.
I don't think Carmelo was that detrimental that no team picked him up.
I think it had more to do with just his basketball playing, like his actual shots in the hoop. I think it was also his like shot attempts, his attitude, his attitude, his like his in-game situational IQ like wasn't really the best because I think he was kept trying to be the old Melo. And that's you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I mean, only person that could do that is LeBron. Y'all saw what LeBron did the other day.
Yeah, he disrespected.
Oh my God. Y'all saw the edit where it turned the nigga to dust?
Nah,
Yo, LeBron, they said boom, then it went to dust.
That's crazy.
Straight Avengers.
That's crazy. That's
dust. Bro, I was like, damn.
That's fine.
But yeah, Carmelo to the Blazers, man. Let's see what's up.
That's dope.
He's going to do work.
I'm
Is he
happy.
starting?
Carmelo's gonna go back to the playoffs.
Is he starting? Nah, he's coming off the bench and he's giving me a calm. I need him to give me at least 8 or 9.
Yo, stop playing. He's gonna average like 17.
No, he's not.
15.
No, he's not.
I'm just really happy.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Not with those two.
The female in me is just very happy.
I'll give him 10. I'll give him 10 tops.
The female in me is just very happy because Carmelo has a teenage son, and I know when he was going home and his son's like, "So, Daddy, you not in the NBA?" That was killing him. I know that shit was killing him. Yo, like imagine his son going to school. They're like, "Yeah, that's why your dad not in the NBA no more, sucker."
Crazy, you trash. How dare somebody talk sweet about my dad and he in the NBA?
Yo, Colin Kaepernick, boys.
Yo, I got something for Colin right now.
Oh my God, here we go with another doodoo.
Hey, this guy's a great big phony. That's right. You're a big fat phony.
Phony.
Hey, you know who lives in this house?
A
great big phony. A phony lives here. A big fat phony.
The light skins of 2019 have been doing y'all. First, Jussie Smollett, now Colin Kaepernick.
Wait, what? Juicy Smollett? I know that French nigga, Juicy Smollett.
Yo, the light skin committee is going down.
Question. Wait, why are y'all not vibing with what Colin did?
Bro, he turned an opportunity into a publicity stunt. He had like we even talked about it before the podcast, man. He had his opportunity. You know, Jay-Z had his hand in a pot. Was in there. Roger Goodell, Roger, come here. Let's talk about my son Colin right now. Y'all not showing him no love. I did this for y'all. Let me put y'all back here. If y'all not showing him love, you showing him love, I'll bring you back here. Boom. So then they set him up with a workout, and they're like, oh, okay, he's got a workout. My man wants to change the venue, bring his own receivers, change the workouts, bring in the media. And at first he don't want the media, and then after he does his workout, he basically this type of energy that he gives into the like post workout interview, it's terrible energy, bro. Like you were just given an opportunity. This is what you were like screaming and hollering about, and now you're making the people who put you in this position look bad because you're out here saying like you looking like you're trying to be a tough guy, like oh, tell the stouts to tell the owners to not be scared and show them up. I've been ready. Da 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 da. That's not the tone. Like I think he wasn't aware of the type of moment this was. I think it was a little bit selfish.
To be fair though, like in his defense, and just to play devil's advocate, he really, really, literally put a foot on the culture for a second. When he took that knee, like it was in every rap song. It was the debate topic of everybody. Maybe he feels like, yo, I got something to prove now. Like,
see, that's the thing. I think he made a big impact, but it was like accidental. Like he doesn't have the character to
fulfill the role of a prophet. Got you.
So like now that he's actually talking, like it's like, oh, you're just an idiot.
Yeah, like you're just an idiot. Like, look, and this is to not take away everything he's done, because what he's done, like you said, he did put a big like on the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like he was important. Him taking a kneel he wasn't just thinking about himself. It's important. We have to highlight the people in which they're thinking about others when they're full, when they're eating, when they're happy. That's when they want to put themselves in a position to think about others. You know what I mean? So again, I'm never going to take it away from him, what he's done. But that was a moment and you missed the mark. That was a really big moment and you missed the mark.
So let me ask a question right now.
I agree.
Are we in like 10, 15 years, and this might sound crazy, but just bear with me. In 10, 15 years, are we gonna look at Cap like how they looked at Muhammad Ali?
Hell no, not with that.
He thought that though.
He thought that, right?
Yeah,
okay.
For real. Because Muhammad Ali took his opportunity, maximized on it, and maneuvered the correct way. Cap had the opportunity. He was just given the opportunity yesterday, whatever it was. Didn't capitalize on it because there's some teams that might need him right now. He could have went to the league. Team could have signed up. He could have balled out for him and still talk about social injustice in the media where he instead of just
imagine first game back, right?
OD.
Because he's not starting, so he's probably gonna be like second string. Guy gets hurt, he gets in, and he balls out. Right now, you put your money where your mouth is. You saying you've been ready. Right, that's the time to show when you're ready. Not when there's no defense and you out here throwing passes against nobody. That's not the time to say whatever. You ball out and then you come into the and you say, "Oh, I'm great." And by the way, let's not forget what's going on.
Yeah,
because that's a different type of tone.
That's the tone that Muhammad Ali took.
That's the tone. Muhammad Ali knocked somebody the fuck out, and then he'll come back and say, "Oh, by the way."
I won't take away from what he did because he did a very brave thing.
Not taking that away
at all. He's just not a hero.
All.
Like that's it. Like he's just not here to save the day. Like what he did was cool, but I think it's just I hate when somebody gets a platform or the opportunity to really say or do some shit and then they just
because too many people are giving these fucking platforms, man. These niggas be here today, going tomorrow, man.
Nah, for real
though. You know, one more thing about that is that he's not the only person that took the L in that situation because all the other people that helped him with him, some of those people aren't in the league right now.
Yeah,
like at all. So they took the L for him, sticking up for him, and now this nigga's.
And now this is what you're gonna do with it.
So there's niggas with no job right now because there's like I'm gonna stand up.
I'm gonna stand up with you, and now it's like
I didn't even like the fact that he did the workout. Like I thought,
he had to.
But why?
He had to because that's how you get back.
No, but why? But I like does Cap really want to get back into the league at this point?
Yes, he does.
But like, I don't even agree with that.
Yes and no. I think he truly loves football and wants to play it, but it's more like he wants to be more famous instead of playing football. Like he wants to take this.
Well, at least that's what it seemed after
and
that.
That's why I don't. And that's why I'm confused as to why he even took that because I feel like if he is seeking fame and all that, it would have been a bigger thing for him not to go to that workout.
He loves football. Before this whole knee thing
that
started,
would have been a bigger thing for him.
But think about it though. It's like saying you starting a podcast, right? And now like we're here. You want to be an online personality and something like that. Something happens in the workplace, and you're like, no, fuck this. This is how I believe. Da da da. And then they fire you, Alex, and you never touch another mic again. You never on a person. You never a personality again. You never whatever. That's always something you love, and you will always go back to it if given the chance. You know, to show out and show you know what I'm saying? If it's something you truly love.
I think Black, put this up. I think that's the best way to say that.
You know what I'm saying?
What does it say? What does it say, Black? What's it say?
Hold up. Stand for something or fall for anything.
Literally. Literally.
Come on. Don't be out here half-assing this shit. If you're really going to go all the way, go all the way. I'm not speaking about Cap on that. I'm just speaking in general. If you're going to go all the way with something, go all the way with it. Be about it.
Yeah, that ass. And I know Jay-Z's sick because he's probably like, damn, nigga, I was telling the people it wasn't even about you losing your job. It wasn't about that. Then I wanted to silently give you a little alley-oop, but nigga, you just fucking flopped. You missed it. You missed the slam dunk.
That's the thing. I'm sure he talked to Cap. Cap probably came with some other energy. And, Hov might be like, yeah, I'm going to help you out. And then now he comes out with this shit. You don't know the circumstances.
You don't know. That's a
fact.
He
seems like a salty Sammy.
Anyway, Cap can... we can cap this conversation.
Anyway, on to the next conversation. So ass whoopings, we got them.
Ass whoopings.
We might give them.
Wow, ass
We
whoopings.
felt them.
Yep.
We cried because of them.
Commercial for 'em?
We were sad because of them.
Ass
We
whoopings.
related to friends because of them.
Ass whoopings. You ever got beat so hard
Ass
you farted?
whoopings. How'd you?
You ever got beat so hard you farted?
Yo, honestly, I had so many stories with getting beat.
And then when you get beat and you fart, that's the one where it hurts. It's like the bubbles go
Where the
right
fart
against
hurts.
your.
You ever?
Right.
How about this? You ever get beat so bad you about I'm running away. I'm out of here. I'm
Yo,
getting
me
the
and my
fuck out
brother
of
had
here.
revised
Bag and
plans.
everything.
Yo,
Yeah.
have you ever
Plans.
been getting beat and run out the house and think that's the end of it until your mom is still running? That's how I dipped out the crib. I was running. I literally, I opened the door. I was like, oh, I'm free. I see daylight. Oh, everything's fine. And then I slow down and I turn around and my mom is. You see, what movie was that? Where the top?
Forrest Gump?
It was
No,
the Mark Wahlberg.
Yes.
Where his girlfriend kept running after him.
Yes. And his.
The good cop, bad cop. It was
Oh.
with Samuel Jackson and The Rock was in it.
What was
Will-
the name?
Will Ferrell was in
What was
it.
the name of that
I'm a
movie?
good
guy.
Anyways,
Good guy.
Good guy.
Didn't you guys say good guy? Like
Or
three
other
times?
guys, I don't know. Or the
Other guys.
The other guys. Yes.
Was it good?
But
It was
what, the
funny.
movie?
It was
Or
funny.
yeah, it was
Movie?
funny.
Funny?
Yeah.
I gotta
But
see it.
nah, getting beat is real. My mom really chased me. I got to the stop sign and everything, and she was.
You ever think you in the house with your friends so you think you okay?
Yeah.
So now that you guys are older and you know we've all experienced so many things with just trauma and not even experienced it. I mean, like we've just heard so many stories about all that. Are you guys gonna beat your kids?
I'm not.
I'm not gonna.
Look
beat-
at Todd in the back. Damn, you already have the whip in hand.
Slapping a nigga
Good
today.
move.
I'm not gonna
Beat these niggas. but
beat
you can't
him.
just
He said not beat.
But I can't just. Sometimes words just aren't enough.
That's not true.
Sometimes
Sometimes humans get frustrated because
I
they don't have the
wish-
right words to communicate to a child.
Yes.
I know,
And so they beat it.
I agree with that, but
I.
I 100% think there's a flip side to it. I 100% think that there's some kids who you can't close the door and take away their iPhone enough before
way
they
you raise
start.
them.
Exactly. It's the way you
I
raise
wish
them.
my mom was like, "What? Give me your phone and no TV for a month."
It's the way you raised them.
I'd be like,
you set
that's
that up
it?
though. You set that
I
up.
think the best.
That's it. You're like, hi.
"That's it."
I think the best kind of relationship you can have with your child is that your kid knows. Like you ever have that friend growing up where like you're about to do something and they were like, nah, B, like I'm good.
I'm
like
good.
my mom, my dad are gonna kill me. But they say it not even from a place of fear, but a place of like
Yeah.
I know better.
I know better. Like I feel like that's the best
Why, though?
relationship. Because
Why did they know better?
Because
9 times out of 10 when
you
your
know what I
friends were
want with my
like,
kids?
"I'm not." 9 times out of 10 when you were like, "I'm not gonna do something." Why?
Because I want my kids
Why?
to
Because
know.
your mom
like,
was
I
gonna
wanna give
turn
them
off the
that look.
TV? Because your mom was gonna take away your cell phone? Because your mom was gonna give you all types of quiet time and special places and stuff? Is that why?
I don't
you were
agree
like,
with that.
"Oh
Nah.
hell no, I'm not doing
That's
that."
not always the case.
What's
Nah,
up,
I
bud?
think your kids
I'm
should
sorry.
know. Like you should give them a look. They should just know. Like my kid, I want them to just know. It's not even about what I'm gonna do. It's about the disappointment, how I'm gonna feel about it. Like how
Alex,
I'm gonna look at that.
Alex,
like,
you are trying to play these good people
Nah,
out
I'm
here.
not being my
I
kids.
know.
I'm not being my
Alex,
kids. I'ma
the
rough
minute
them
she
up.
gets
I'ma
president.
rough them up. I'm be like, listen.
She gonna have a nigga
That's what I'm
outside.
talking. And that's what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna like beat my
But I'm
kid
not
the way
beating
I
my
got
kid.
beat. I'm not gonna beat him. But there's sometimes you gotta like.
You gotta
rough a little nigga. Like, let a nigga talk to me sideways. I would literally grab him by the mouth. Like, what are you talking about,
Phil, you
bro?
gonna whoop your kids?
Bro. In the gym, I sweat. I'm in pain, but the shit works.
I would like to say no, and I think you guys have a point of trying to find another way to do it, but
Ain't no trying. There's another way.
This Haitian man over there is
it's
like,
not-
I'm going
I don't know,
to beat
it's just-
my
it's
kid.
just what I was raised on. Now,
Beatings.
it was never, it was never
Ass whoopings.
excessively abusive. Like, I've
Wires.
tried to juke my dad a couple times.
Juke weed? Never.
So Phil, let me ask you a question. How did you feel when you got your eyes whooped? Like, how do you think the effects of it? Do you think overall on who you are now, you think it was positive?
Phil, you fine. Lucid, you fine, bro. You good.
I'm not gonna say it didn't have me trying to move out at the moment, pacing back in my room, packing the bag, but you know,
Peep this.
I'm leaving.
Hold
did you not take the best nap after you got your ass whooped?
Yup.
Did you
The
not
best
take the
sleep.
nap? You wake up to dinner already done. They ain't mad at you no more.
They
You just
ain't
sit
mad.
there, just
That's
like
what I'm
one
saying.
seat.
Look.
Yo,
Pete, you know what I
got
think-
a story. I
Yeah,
got a
let me
story
hear
with
this.
my brother.
You know it's real when the nigga laugh before.
My brother was mad little. He then went in my parents' room and he's like, Dad, can you beat me? Because I can't go to sleep. Yo, you crazy.
Yo, and them tears are the only thing that comforts you before bed. Damn, yo, tears can be very comforting sometimes.
So you're never. So you guys are telling me there will never be a situation in which you will lay one finger, you grab him by the collar. Trey, I know him.
Yeah,
he's
like,
gonna grab you.
What about this? Like you said, like a smack on the hand or like a firm grab of the wrist.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm gonna rough him up.
Of course.
You know, like a shake up. You know, like something like that.
Of course.
Look,
but like how my
okay.
mom, because I'm going off of my experience.
Yeah, that's
how my
OD.
mom,
Like
the whooping
beat,
in the my mom used to fuck me up like out of love, like. But like she used to whoop my ass.
But even
belt.
deeper,
my dad too. Like
even deeper, what I think that did though, in a negative effect, is that it made us fear our parents. So it got to points
Fear
where
and
like,
respect are not the
and
same
I
thing.
feel like when you fear your parent, like you get into certain situations where
wanna tell
the
them.
Central Park 5, you don't want to get your parent. You start talking and doing certain things. Like it's like that fear sometimes is detrimental.
Yeah,
like
it's
it
not-
really could be detrimental. Like,
It's not even just your parents. Like you develop a
Look,
response to
die in
fear.
the back,
You know what I'm
like,
Wait,
saying?
say that again. Say that again, Block. Wait. Say that
No,
again,
like
Block.
yeah,
Say
like
that
when you
again,
get
Block.
older, you just develop a response to fear. Like you develop a response to confrontation.
But
You know what I'm
here's
saying?
the
Like,
thing though. Are you still afraid? Are you still afraid of your parents in a sense of you're gonna get your ass beat?
yeah, if you're,
You think your mom can still whip your ass?
Oh no, I'm not talking about that.
That's what I'm talking about now.
well, not now, but
All I'm saying is,
I
all I'm
want to
saying
break my
is,
mom's heart.
I think that you can. I think that there's a way for you.
I think those are gateways into depression and anxiety and shit like that. I really feel like that could be a gateway.
I think kids are too soft
Like I don't
nowadays.
think abuse. I don't think
Too
discipline
soft.
and abuse
I'm
is
fine.
on the same
There's a
spectrum.
proactive
I'm
way to
fine.
raise your kid.
That's the we can't put the narrative that communication is soft.
No one said that.
No one's saying that, but that
No
can
one
get
said
lost
that.
in translation
And
because
that's
you're
what it
saying that
seems like this
speaking.
day and age.
You know, like that's soft.
I'm
You know what
saying
saying?
anxiety. That mercy beat me. I'm so sad. Amazing. I think that's corny. Like I think you're just
I
soft.
think there needs to be a perfect blend between.
That's what I'm
taking the
saying.
nigga's phone away, and if it don't work, then you get.
Then you don't. Then you get the belt. Like it's levels to it. It's not like he just get a bad grade. Nigga, what the? You gotta ask one time in your life. Like,
Nah,
we're
but
not
think
doing
about,
all that.
think about it like
Sometimes
this.
it be like
a lot of
that.
parents whoop their kids because they can't train them properly, or they can't do a lot of
But
things
we're not-
properly, so they compensate by whooping their ass. A lot of parents do that.
I
and that's
think
just
I think you guys are confusing the the ass whooping
Trey.
with an unjustification of ass. Can I tell you something?
Like
If
abuse.
I had this little demon as a kid at his age, let his mom try to take away his phone. He gonna be like, "That's it." You,
Yo, he really.
him,
Nah, you know why?
No, wait, real quick,
Every kid is like
let me
that for
get
a
this off
reason.
real
There's
quick.
A reason. Find
We
out why.
know him, bro. We know him, bro. Like the young him, yo, he was let him just get a special place, a special place. You
gotta beat
The
this
only
nigga.
special place for him was a coma, bro. That was it. The only special place for this, bro. Like,
it made him
and
into a good man,
Yo,
though. Like,
it made him into-
It shows that like what it could do though.
But that's
like,
exactly-
The thing is that like when you're raising a kid, like you may think you could do it and like I got this. But it's harder than it seems.
No,
There's gonna
100%.
come a point where it's like your kid says something back to you that you really didn't expect. It's like, holy shit. Like,
That's
Yeah.
when you rough her up. You say, "Here, little bitch."
see, but that's
You
when
would
I'll
never
shake
say
him
that
up.
to me again.
See,
But
that
you
could be
okay.
the wrong response. But
Yeah.
a lot of times when they don't know, like you said, Black, they don't know how to respond. It results to that. Like, what you say to me?
I
And then
can't-
it's like, it's over. You know, like.
And I can't hold you because like with my younger cousins that I had over like last week, like there was a time where he was bugging out, and so I just took them shopping. I was like, "Yo, y'all could go to the Nike store." I was like, "Y'all just get what y'all want. I'm gonna close my eyes." These like it was all they kids, so you know the kids' shoe sizes are a lot smaller, a lot cheaper. Nah, the kids' shoes is like 30, 40 cash. I was cool 50 cash.
All right,
So
continue.
boom. So he was like, I just got him all this stuff right now. He's talking about he wanted a pretzel. He started wilding out. I want a pretzel. Started being mean. I'm like, look, I broke it down to him. I was like, I just did all of this for you, like, and now you want a pretzel. I'm telling you that I will get you food and I will get you this, but I just did all of this for you. I'm here to this. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna be here for you. Does it seem fair the way you're treating me? And that's what I told him, and like he got it. Like, but the flip side is now
It just
let's
sounds
say
like you got bitched by a
no,
little
wait,
nigga.
no.
like-
I explained to him. No, I
I'm
explained
just
to him the way he's
joking.
acting.
I'm just joking.
But let's say it went a step further now. Let's say he doesn't stop. Now let's say he says "fuck you."
So what do you do?
What do you do?
Bitch ass nigga.
Nah, you don't. You're not gonna touch him. What do you do? Your kid is like, you explain to him what's going on, and he's like, "Well, fuck you, mom. Fuck you, dad." What are you gonna do?
I think you think about what you do instead of reacting of what you
do. That's real easy to say.
It is easy to say, but
you're right.
Easy to say, bro.
It is easy to say, but it's also easy to just whoop your child's ass and not go through that.
It's super easy to whoop your child's ass.
You always have to find out why with your child. Why did they do that? Why are they saying "fuck you, mom"?
Look,
why?
Y'all niggas, let's use me as an example, because y'all said that I'm super bad, right?
You're a bad kid.
I got my ass whooped multiple times.
Yeah.
It did not help.
Yeah.
When I was younger, it did not help like that. I'm telling you,
it made it more bad. It just made it worse.
I think if your mom took away your phone, it wouldn't have helped either. I think nothing would have helped you, bro. To be honest, let's stop using you as an example, because I don't think there was a way to get through to you, bro. It was growth. It was getting older and realizing he could start really going to jail. He was like, all right. Because I'm getting to an age where cops would take me seriously.
What if your kid does something foul, like spit in your face?
Come on, would my kid spit in my face though?
But that's the you can't say with this whole situation. You can't say that. You cannot say that.
Why would your child spit in my face?
Because he's mad.
Let me tell you
because he's mad. He doesn't know how to act.
Something I seen on YouTube.
Yes.
So there's this So I know someone who's babysitting these kids, and she was like that these kids, they watch a YouTube channel that's made by kids, and those kids have a babysitter, and their YouTube channel is them shitting on their babysitter.
What?
So they'll say things back, like they'll talk back to the babysitter, and then laugh in the camera, make jokes. So she's babysitting the kids, and the kids start using the jokes from that on her. Like disrespectful shit, and it's like crazy how they're getting influence from that.
That's what I'm saying. They're not just influence.
You know, so you never know
so
where it
all you
gotta
from. Do in that situation, from what I think in that situation, if I say something that he being disrespectful, come here, and I grab him by the little neck piece in the back. Yo, what the fuck, nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta whoop the nigga.
Exactly.
Like, that's not whooping him though. Like,
you gotta put hands on him.
Oh, of course.
To some degree, I feel like your kids should look at you and be like, "Damn, I'm not trying to piss off mom.
They gotta respect you. They gotta respect you.
To be honest, I'm gonna treat my kids like when I had like my ex who was real crazy. You know, I never put a hand on her, but I just shook her real good one time. She slapped the shit.
Damn, you said the way he said that.
She slapped the shit. Yo,
I shook her real good this time, and she didn't wake up, but I shook her real
out of me, bro. What? And then punched me. Bang!
Oh, you
right?
did an abusive
I was like, word. Bro, I didn't put her. I grabbed her by both shoulders.
Wait, can I say
bro?
If you or anyone you know is being, please, we will have a hotline.
We're not making jokes on. Come on, we're not making jokes on domestic.
If you or anybody you know is being abused, please call one of them numbers. Yo, we gotta put that in the description box, because you with the that was triggering. That triggered somebody.
Can we put a trigger warning?
Shorty's like somewhere that's in the crib, like rattled, right?
But hey,
she's rattled.
Hey, if you slap the shit out of the dude and then punch him in the face,
watching.
SOS, she needed help.
What would you do if you saw your ex, that crazy ex, like dancing to your music? Would you be like, yo,
I'd be lit.
Fan.
Just keep your hands off me. You're lit. Keep your hands off me.
Shake our shoulders.
Shake our shoulders.
Shake our
shake our shoulders.
Yo, guys, that's episode 17, baby.
Let's get it.
Before we finish off, let me just read one of the comments from the last episode that we had. This is someone who always leaves a comment. We appreciate you, Judah Bar.
Judah, that's my man. Judah, one time for Judah, y'all.
Purple pigeon.
Judah been on it, bro. Judah's on it, bro, since day one. Judah's the man, bro.
So basically, he said we was talking about the Kanye thing, and he said, I think if you're an established artist making any kind of album, you should be able to bring that same talent to whatever genre you're in. Plenty of gospel, hip hop, rap artists have been in the game, dropping bars left and right. Talking about Kanye and the whole gospel album. And stuff like that
ties into just me saying I don't feel it. Like if I don't feel it from you, I can't walk with you.
Yo, can y'all relax? Yo,
but if if I feel it, I can walk with you, and I can't walk with Kanye. Like I wouldn't take a stroll with him telling me the word.
I'll send you an Addy, bro. Pull up on it, bro.
Yo, Judah,
appreciate the love,
that was a really
appreciate
good comment. So this Saturday, November 23rd, yo, come hang with us at the Soda Pop-Up Shop. We will be there from 1 to 7.
Like Society of the Arts.
Society of the Arts Center. SOTA. Society of the Arts.
Playing, y'all. Damn, y'all gonna take a joke.
But anyway, you could RSVP for free. It's from 1 to 7. Yo, come chill with Pass The Aux. We gonna be chilling, vibing. You already know the energy that we bring. We on 1,000. Yo, I sound like I'm on a track right now.
Yeah, right.
Trying to use y'all I'm about to lay a beat for you, like
lay it down.
But yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, our season finale is coming up December 29th. That's only 3 episodes left.
Thank everybody. Thank you guys for rocking with us.
Thank you guys for rocking with us. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Please keep a comments. We love having a conversation with y'all. And we'll see you guys this Saturday at the pop-up shop.
What song we going out to?
Going out to Caroline Rose, right?
What?
Jeannie Becomes a Mom.
What?
Well,
okay.
Better snap it, Bobby.
Yes.
Hey.
Get it, Dylan.
Get it, John.
Okay, Jillian.